Hello, everybody. I'm here to kind of guide you through activity 3.1.1. I think some people are kind of confused on that, so I'm going to go over that with you. So the first thing that you'll have to do is you'll need to get into Project Lead the Way. So I'm going to go into it. Okay. Just like I showed you on the video before, here you're at their landing. We are in Unit 3, and we are in control, and machine control is where we are. So we are going to go down to 3.1.1, which we will go into the distance learning through activity 3.11. So what it says here, it says robots are similar to humans if you consider both input and output to sensing of the world. In this activity, you will use the VEX VR software to monitor inputs and controls output to test behavior of virtual reality safe driving vehicle. So the first thing it says is be a procedure, being a physical structure or a virtual structure. On this program, common components of the structures are input and outputs. Inputs include any data that's given in the program. Program can be written and allowed to input to affect the results of the program, and a program can result in outputs, which can have the data or actions, including tactical, audio, visual, and text. So here they have a video for you to watch. A good first step in the programming is to be familiar with the available inputs and outputs you will want to program, and it tells you to open your VEX code, okay? Then you'll go back. It says on the left-hand side, click sensors. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click sensing. I'm going to go back. And it says the code menu changes and available codes are enabled on this to gain inputs. So then it asks you, select an input that is available when you program this. It's the bumper sensor, line tracker, eye sensor, distance sensor, and the gyroscope. So if you go here and you look and see what you have, okay? I see all of these so far. And if I drive down, then I only have these sensors, okay? And so what you're going to do is on here, you're going to select any of them that are inputs, okay? It says, look at the name on the drop-down box and an example of the bumper sensor. Different types of naming conventions are existing in a computer science field. The naming of the VEX VR is a camel case. When capitalized is used, is shown when one word ends and the next word begins. To use the same code language when spacing causing disturbance in the code, other conventions like underscore is the best practice. So it's asking you which one do they use. So then you'll go here. It said to open your bumper sensor, right? And do you look what it says here? Left bumper, right bumper, which code is it? And you'll just choose it. Okay, and then you check your answer. Be sure to connect with your teacher about your expectations of naming files. One might be, and it shows you an example of that. Look at the other codes and identify which blocks might produce outputs. So what they wanted you to do is they wanted you to go in here and look at these different ones that you have here, and you're looking for which ones here actually have outputs, okay? And then what you'll do is it will ask you to choose your answer, which one of those are. Says check your knowledge on VR, SDV, input and output. And this one here tells you to take this and move it to where you think it is. So when you get done with that, you should at least screenshot this one section because I want to see that you completed that one, okay? So let's see what else we got. Censoring time. To click tutorial button on the top left-hand side, click the Getting Started tutorial and watch the video and orientation. So I go here. I go to tutorial and I'm going to go to Get Started. When you do that, Your get started is right here. So what you have to do is you have to click this and then you have to play it.
With Xcode VR, you can program the VR robot to do many things. There are many different blocks that you can use to program the robot. New blocks to our program. They stack together. Select a block to learn. Another behaviors is from example projects. Once you're ready to try, to learn more. Have fun.
So that's what it asks you for first. So let's see what it says here. Click tutorial button, getting started. Click the back button to return to the program environment. Click the playground button on the upper Vex code and then select Castle Crusher. So then you should go here, playground, and we need to find Castle Crusher. Now, the next thing it tells you to do, review the sensing output display is shown on the values of the sensors as you read the current value faults. So here is that. Use the camera button in the bottom right-hand corner to change the point of view to better see the playfield. Review the natural language and pseudocode for which you will program to see sensors value change. And so here, these are natural language and pseudocode. Natural languages has the VRSD drive forward, then bumper is pressed and have the car stop. When start, drive forward, wait until bumper's pressed, and stop driving. So it's basically telling you this is the way it's supposed to, the way you talk, but this is the way the pseudocode has to be. Pseudocode is a type of language between natural language and algorithms. Drag out and connect the blocks to create an algorithm based on the natural language pseudocode. So it's telling you to drag out and connect the blocks to create the pseudocode. So what you're going to do is you're going to go here to the pseudocode. You're going to go here and you're going to pull out the pseudocode that you want to have. Okay? Drag out and connect. Unwanted blocks. If you have unwanted blocks in 3 ways, you can do it. Talking about how you can delete one, how you can backspace, and how you can drag. And so you need to practice how to do that. If you needed to stop, reset, replace the bumper press with a front eye and a near object block. Replace the front eye and the near object block with the distance and front object block. Suppose that you want it to reach the red border on the left side. You write some pseudocode from this acronym and make sure that it works. And after that, run the program to test it. And that means you go in here, you put the program in, and you run it. Okay? So that means you go here and you just start finding things that you need to do as it says in this activity. And then it says playing it, and then reflection. And it's what is the pseudocode? Correct. Do you think about pseudocode to help you identify the code? That should be in your ISM book. Then it says planning an algorithm, and it talks about what that is. And then using your observed and programmed, see if you can identify the sensors as analog or digital. So what you're going to do is you're going to go here. You're going to look, and these here, you pull up here. Okay. And so then once you get finished, you take a screenshot of that. And it says important to make sure your clear notes of input and output, type of sensors, programming in your notebook, and then your conclusions. Now, all of that has to be in 3.11. So I'm doing this because I have gotten responses. I have gotten some things that you have turned in. I'm resending it to you. And so what I'm looking for is I'm looking for 2 of these snippets of the 2 pulled things that you need to do. I want to see your VEX code. I want to make sure that you have gone in and you have used the tutorial to help you. My suggestion is if you have any extra time, go back in there again and look at some of the information, because this is the thing. The VEX one at home is different than the one that you're going to be here, but I want you to be able to do both of them. Okay, so I hope you have a good day, and I'm hoping this will help you.